I said Bill should be up out of there by now. The amount of time she don't poison him, but he not. He's still kicking and stuck on Danny, and she's stuck on him. He tried to reminisce with Vernon, but Vernon wasn't having it. I said one day they mad at him, the next day they not mad at him. Danny still mentioning Bill. Eva saw Kat with Isaiah, and she's supposed to confront Kat on tomorrow's episode. Chelsea talked to Kat about Madison and her mama. Derek was giving his walking papers. They forced him to retire. He's still interfering with Grayson. Danny trying to get Isaiah the model. Eva knows that Leslie did something in regards to Shanice. And Danny met Lynette. She met Lynette. But hey, y'all. Welcome back to another review of Life for Justice for not General Hospital, Lord. This for Beyond the Gates. This for Beyond the Gates, January 29, 2026. First things first, let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. What did y'all think of the episode? So we're gonna start with Vernon and Danny. She's still stuck on Bill. She ends up saying Bill taught me something, and Vernon had this look on his face. Everybody keep talking about Bill this and Bill that, but they entertaining each other at this point. It's not just Bill. It's not just Bill. They be doing all that talk, just like what's her name, Vanessa, the other day when she told Bill about himself, and the girl is still foolish over him. But yeah, Vernon and Danny was talking about this article that was published about Martin. Then they started talking about everything in regards to Anita and all that other good stuff. And like I said, they blame Bill for everything. Meanwhile, she entertaining him. Then Haley always be the one to walk in, whether he kissing Danny or he talking about Danny. She always be the one to come. I'm ready for Andre to see for himself and hear something and see some things. Because he's in the dark right now. He's in the dark. Hold on. What else? Who else we got? Chelsea and Kat. I think Chelsea was on the phone with Bill first, and they was talking about this meeting with somebody named Lauren. Isn't that the lady from the Younger and the Restless? Didn't they say it's supposed to be a crossover event? Or I seen it on social media where they said it's supposed to be a crossover event. Did they say a 2-day? Did they say a 2-day crossover event or what? I just know it's supposed to be a crossover event with the Young and the Restless. I said I like when they do that. I like when they do crossovers. They should have continued the one with the Bold and Beautiful. That's what I think they should have did. Hold on. They definitely should have did that. I'm hoping they do more crossovers with soap operas and stuff like that, with other soap operas. But yeah, she was talking to Bill about the meeting and stuff like that because he helped with it. He helped secure the meeting. She said she was waiting on Kat. Kat finally came, so she ends up telling that she proposed to Madison, and you know she did. She didn't do it in the right way because Kat was trying to get her to open up about it. Later in the episode, Danny came and wanted her to open up about the proposal too. So they was talking about how to fix it, but she wanted to know how to take it back. So I don't know if she gonna plan something and propose to her for real or what. But yeah, she said something about she felt like Madison was gonna walk away from her, so that's why she did it. And Bill also later in the episode, he asked her if she needed his help, and she was like, no. She was like, no. But Madison had text Bill. I didn't write that part down. Madison texted Bill and said she needed to see him. Y'all know on the promo they showed him at the doctor, and he was saying something about his test results were normal at first. I was like, but then they said it was undetectable unless they messed up on that batch. I was like, at this point, shoot, the amount of time she don't poison him, and she what? This gotta be the second bottle or third bottle, right? I said, how much does it take? Now Randy did say that it was gonna take some while. It was gonna take some time or whatever. But look, how much time she been poisoning him for a long time now. Then also I seen somebody talking about this, and I said the same thing. They said 1 minute they showing it like Bill is onto Haley, the next minute they taking it back, and it's like he don't know nothing. I said exactly, but the problem is he got his head stuck up Danny butt. If he get his head stuck out Danny butt, then he'll see the girl, his wife is trying to poison him. Ain't trying to poison him, she is poisoning him. You don't start feeling this stuff until you drink this doggone tea. She keep on trying to pressure you to drink this doggone tea. If you get out of La La Land, if you get out of back in the day, reminiscing, looking at wedding photos, you'll see that your wife trying to murder you. But hold on. What else? Let's see. Chelsea and Kat later see Danny with Isaiah, and Kat assuming that she was like, first my mom, now and Danny. She assuming that she was meeting up with him for other reasons. And Chelsea was like, that's not what that is. So they just watching them and stuff like that. Danny might as well get them out the way. Danny tried to get Isaiah the model, trying to convince him that he has more to offer and stuff like that. He said he'll think about it because he didn't know. Kat came over there and was talking to him and trying to convince. Now I ain't gonna tell no story. I thought when she came over there, she was about to talk about the good again, Eva. I thought she about to talk, because she talk about her so much now. She talk about her so much, I was assuming she was about to talk about her. But she wasn't. She ain't even mention the girl. I don't think, did she mention her? I don't think so. But yeah, she was just trying to convince him to model, and he was like, "You and your aunt gave me a lot to think about." And Eva came through the door, and she just looking at stuff. They say on tomorrow's episode she's supposed to confront Kat, and that's gonna lead to problems with Isaiah. I said, see. I said, now both of y'all in the right, because you did do everything she said you did. It ain't like she lying on you. It's not like she's lying on you. Now the other time with Samantha, she assumed that, but it's not like she's lying on you. You can't tell nobody when they should forgive you, but you also can't hold nothing over nobody's head, and you can't be steady apologizing. If you apologize and you meant it and everything, and she don't want to forgive you, that's just what it is. To you was hoping to have a relationship with her. Not when you just done slept with her man and broke up her family, helped to break up her family and stuff. Be realistic here. Now, again, Kat can't walk around with all that anger either, because it only hurt herself. Everybody else looking at her crazy. Every time she talks to somebody, they on Eva's side and telling her she need to move on and all this other stuff. Well, I ain't gonna say they on Eva's side, because, they trying to convince her or tell her the right thing. You need to move on, let this go, because you only harming yourself. This girl done made nice with all these folks. She at events when you not. You got to go out of town, or you feel like you got to go out of town. But yeah, she's supposed to confront her on tomorrow's episode. And like I said, I was assuming she was gonna talk about her too, because she do be talking about her a lot. But yeah, what else? What else? Bill and Haley. So she came in when he was on the phone with Chelsea, and he said something about he was married to the most beautiful supermodel, or something about Danny. And she came in, she slammed the door. I said, you can tell, because I do more than slam the door, girl. That's been too many times. You don't see him kiss you. You didn't do nothing. I mean, you technically trying to murder him. You are trying to murder him. Ain't no technically. But I was like, she be too calm. He could tell that it be bothering her. But yeah, she walked in, and he tried to make it seem like it's not like that and all this other stuff, and just playing in her face. So she brushed it off, and she ends up, I think they made plans. They would start talking about how he got up and he left early and stuff like that, and he was like, you just sleeping, blah blah blah. I said, you just trying to avoid her because you want that old thing back. That's what it is. You trying to get your wife back, or your ex-wife back. So she started trying to kiss him and all the other stuff, and he was like, not right now. So he leaves out the room. What did he go do? I don't even think they showed what he went to do. But as soon as he left, she got that poison out of her purse and she put it in his drink. And as soon as he came in, she rushed the drink to him. Did she bring that drink in there with her? Because I don't recall seeing none in her hand. So why would he... Bill, come on now. Get your head out of La La Land. Because why she go for trying to sleep with you and stuff? As soon as you come back in the doggone room, she handed you this doggone tea or whatever in this cup. And then anytime you drink it, you start having problems. Because as soon as he got to the club, he seen Vernon. He was trying to talk to Vernon or whatever. And then it looked like he was about to pass out or something. And Vernon asked him, was he okay? He's like, yeah. And he started talking about the past. I said, nah, you need to be focused on what you feeling right now. Because she need to get caught. She over here in windows, putting poison. Usually people be behind your back. She right there in the hallway. She right there. Carolina walked in all these other times. Nobody done seen this girl put this doggone poison in this man's mug 1,000 freaking times. Nobody don't call her. She literally owned us. I'm assuming this the third bottle at this point, because it was already halfway as it is. I'm assuming this the third bottle of poison. I said, that's a bad batch, ain't it? You need to get some more. What the world going on? And I think tomorrow they also say that she getting frustrated, upset because her murder plot is not working. I said, Randy got the wrong stuff, because you already done used one batch, then you on a second batch, and it still ain't working. He passing out and stuff like that, but he ain't passed out for good. He just passed out temporarily. This man, every time he drinks something, he start feeling the way, but he just don't pay attention to it at all. But yeah, what else? Let's see. What else happened with them? I know he turned her down. He was drinking the tea and everything. The next thing you know, they showed him at the club trying to talk to Vernon, trying to reminisce, talking about something. He regrets what he did to Danny, and he want forgiveness and all this stuff. They started doing a flashback where they showed them at the club, and Vernon told him that the last time that they was there, he didn't even tell him that he was planning on walking away for Danny. He talking about something, he just wanted a normal thing and stuff like that, and them and all this other stuff. So he went with him to the club, acting like everything was sweet. I said, I wouldn't have nothing to do with him either, but they do. They pick and choose. But I understand, because that's like when people be like, when you say you forgive somebody, you're not supposed to bring it up. But you're also not supposed to show the same doggone signs that you the same person either, and they wouldn't have no reason to bring it up. And I feel like I always say this, but I feel like when people say you're supposed to forgive, they don't like you could be like I forgive you, but that don't mean that you ain't gonna have some little sign or some flashback or what they did or something like that. You can't control that. Sometimes it just happens. Sometimes it just happens. But yeah, cause I sure was like they pick and choose when they want to have something to do with him. But yeah, he still talking about how he was trying to prove stuff to Vernon and all this other stuff. And I said, that was the problem. That was part of the problem right there. That was part of the problem. Then on another episode, what did Bill say? He said something about, when he's talking to Tomas, he said something about the same things that he liked about Danny. Um, no, I think he basically said she changed for him. And he didn't like that. And I said, you can't say for these people. What the world going on? And now she's trying to get back into the modeling thing or run the agency, and he over here trying to get her back. I said, so this time gonna be different or not? But yeah, I think he was still trying to talk to Vernon and stuff like that, but Vernon wasn't trying to help him. Not help him. Vernon wasn't trying to hear him. That's when Bill got the text from Madison about coming to the hospital and everything. So I'm assuming that's gonna be on tomorrow's episode. Yeah, it did. I think it did say that. What's tomorrow? Friday? Yeah, it is on tomorrow's episode. But I want to know what she see in them lab results, because he said it was untraceable unless they made a mistake. Let me scratch out Bill and Vernon. Chelsea and Bill, we talked about that. She said she had a massage or something she had. We talked about Isaiah and Kat. We got to go all the way back to Leslie and Eva. So they met up. And what was they talking about? Eva said something about she only be nice when she done did something. So she wanted to know what she did. And she trying to make it seem like she changed and she not the same person and she ain't did nothing. She ends up mentioning how she's on the verge of having everything she wants. So Eva knew that she did something in regards to Shanice. She over here lying like she ain't did nothing, and she had a flashback where she put that stuff up in Ted hotel room. I thought that was gonna be on this episode. I thought that was gonna be on this episode. I said I don't like when they don't do follow-ups. I do not like when they don't do follow-ups. But yeah, what else? What else did they talk about? What else did they talk about, y'all? Let me see. Um, let's see if I wrote down anything else. I think she was just trying to convince her. She told her something about AA. Something about AA if she feel herself slipping or something like that. Basically, think of her as her AA sponsor or something like that. I said, well, you ain't gonna help. What you mean? What? Why would she come to you if you just gonna enable her? You tell her about herself, but then you help her cover up her crimes or whatever she done did. Or you tell her information that she ain't got no business knowing. And then you act shocked when she do what she do. Like, I understand you to be expecting her, because she said on today's episode, she was saying how she thought that when she got that money, that basically she wouldn't be the same psychopath that she is. But obviously, that money ain't helping, it's making it worse. But don't worry, she'll be out of it eventually, because she throwing it around like it's nothing. Like it's nothing. But I don't know. I still say I like Leslie on the show. I think she make it interesting. She just need to. I want her to get caught. I want her to get caught so they can move on to the next storyline. But I don't even know if they is gonna catch her at this point. They done moved on to another subject. They done moved on to another subject. Hold on. Or another crime, anyways. Jacob over here undercover about something else. Somebody said they think that Malone is working Leslie so he can have proof that she did it, so that she can get locked up. I mean, Jacob did tell him before he retired to do something to help. But also, y'all remember when Joey showed her something on that flash drive? So do he got evidence about what she did? Cause they didn't show it, did they? I don't think they showed it. But yeah, Ashley and Grayson talking and stuff. Derek came in, had an attitude, told Grayson he need to go somewhere. And I said, I wrote down, I said, Derek and Ashley business again. So Grayson came over there and told him he need to back off so they in each other's face or whatnot. So he was like, Ashley wanted to know what was going on, so he apologized. He said it's not about Grayson. He did apologize. He said it's not about him, something happened. So he wanted to talk to her alone. Grayson was like, if that's what Ashley want. So she told him she wanted to talk to him. He left. That's when Derek ends up saying he got his walking papers. They forcing him to retire because he would be a liability and stuff. And just talking about that, he was like, he don't know what he gonna do. He lost. And she just saying that they gonna get through it and they'll figure out something and stuff. And he still talking about the love they had. I said, you stuck. It's over. It's over, buddy. Hold on. And Grayson came out and he seen them hugging. I want to know where this Grayson thing is going. I want to know if Grayson's some good. I want to know if he legit or he bad or what. I want to know. People say they want Ashley. Somebody said they want Ashley, Derek, and Grayson to go. I said, look, y'all, we gotta give them time. We gotta see. I said, I don't really care. I mean, sometimes it do be boring with Ashley and Derek, but that's why I said Derek should have been with that lady. I forgot her name again. Was it something with an S? Wasn't it something with an S? Shannon, Sherry, I don't know, but I think her name was something with an S, y'all. I forgot again. But yeah, I wanted to see how they were together. Maybe they still will do that storyline. We shall see. Maybe then he'll stay out these folks' business. Maybe he'll stay out their business. Was it Cherie? I don't know. I think the last people we got is Lynette, Haley, and Danny. So Haley bumped into Lynette and they was talking. And let me see, did I even write down what they was talking about? Let's see. She said something about Haley's marriage and she could tell something's off. And they was talking about that. Danny showed up and Lynette ended up saying that she was a fan of her and stuff like that. And Haley told her that she was a client of Bill's and everything. And I said, wait a minute. I said, dude, Bill told Haley to work with Tomas, right? On the Lynette case. Maybe that'll be the cover. Because at first I was like, Danny gonna go tell Bill that they was together. Because she said, which one of them said they was friends? Did Lynette say that Haley was her friend? Yeah, she gonna go run and tell Bill. Because she can't stay out his face. She can't stay out his face. And he can't stay out her face. And Andre need to wake up. He need to wake up. But yeah, I think that's it. They end up meeting and stuff like that. And she was trying to warn Lynette about Haley when she don't know that they both one and the same based on everything they've been saying. But I do think that Haley, she better not tell that girl nothing. She seemed like she got something to prove or she trying to hold her to something that happened in the past. I said, you better not tell her dilly freaking squat. Because as soon as she feel like she got an opportunity, she gonna take it. She might try to take Bill for herself. At this point. But yeah, Haley's still trying with Bill. She trying to murder him, trying to keep him, even though she don't want to keep him because she trying to murder him. But yeah, that's it. That's all. Let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next video. Until next time, deuces. Have a great rest of the night and be safe. Excuse me.